Warning, the following episode contains strong language and adult themes.
Hi, I'm Matt Lister from What Pictures, and today, it's What the Fuck. It's a series where we go through really weird news stories that you guys find, not you, them. Sometimes I like reading them, sometimes I don't. We're going to find out what they've got in store for me today and for you guys, so I hope you enjoyed the ride. Remember, 3 of them are real, 1 of them's fake. We got to try and figure out which one is the fake one. You ready to go? Let's do this. Story number 1. That was a freaky goat. I'm not even partway through the headline yet. Right, that was a freaky goat. Utah paperboy head-butted off bike, trampled and trapped in a tree by a goat named Voldemort.
Why call your goat Voldemort?
Because, you know, he's evil. After surviving an encounter with an angry goat, surviving, it's not a deadly animal. Jason Gessel, it's a G. It's a G, has a new nickname around Smithfield, Utah. The boy who lived. Gessel, 14, was doing his paper route early Tuesday. Sorry, just give me a sec. Was doing his paper route early Tuesday morning when the animal approached in the darkness. He thought it was a dog. Sirius Black, I'm getting some Harry Potter references in there. Then it made a weird noise, kind of like a grunting noise, he told the Deseret News. I'm like, what the heck was that? Found out shortly enough. That sound was the huffing and puffing of Voldemort, an 18-month-old fainting goat. As the name would clue you in on, fainting goats are narcoleptic and will fall asleep when frightened. He's really happy and pleased with kids, says the owner Marissa Benson. I've never had him chase my kids. Like, as a choice? What? What are you doing? Why is he trained? He's not trained, but still. Gessel said Voldemort charged and headbutted him, knocking him off his bike and then trampled him. It just freaked me out when it stood up on its hind legs and just wrapped its front legs around me and pulled me off. Oh, that's... You can't do that. Gessel took shelter in a tree but found himself trapped for an hour. It had a collar on, so I grabbed it by the collar to keep it off other people because I didn't want anyone else getting hurt. What a gentleman. As Gessel should have returned from his paper route long ago, Gessel's parents called... I'm sorry if I'm saying Gessel wrong, by the way. Gessel's parents called him a missing persons report, and Officer Brandon Muir was out looking for him. It jumped at me a few times overdue, but he wasn't hard to catch. In the end, no one was hurt and Voldemort went back to patrolling his yard, though Gessel has to endure some teasing. Everybody, they're all, hey goat boy. I'm like, hey guys. It's me. How you doing? Where you lived? People are just like, why are you scared of goats? He asked. I'm like, that was a freaky goat. I think it's like possessed or something. Guys, we found the last Horcrux. There was another one. It's in the goat. Jesus. I didn't know what we were dealing with till now. Story number 2. A woman fell asleep on a radiator after a freshers party and has been branded the burnt zebra of Michigan. Where are these names coming from? The burnt zebra. I'm loving this, guys. Even if you're making them up. Frankie Doyle, Sydney, was at a house party on Saturday the 4th of October when she decided to take a breather and sit by a radiator. How do you do? Relax. Don't go full throttle at a freshers party, okay? She knows. You guys don't. But then we're going to find out why she fucked up. Which was off at the time. Soon after, she passed out and was woken up to the smell of burning. Oh no. Oh! And found that her skin was stuck to the heater. God damn. Doyle had to peel her back and arms away. Oh, and was horrified to see that her skin had remained in the dents of the radiator. Oh, that's gonna hurt.
How would you react in that situation?
I'd scream so bad. I'd be like, ah! Creating striped pattern of redness and eventually blackened scabs. Oh no, that's going to be your nickname for life. Oh dear. It was when she alerted the fellow partygoers of what she had done that a couple of them began to chant, she's a zebra, she's a zebra. Burnt zebra of Michigan, in their drunken slurs. That is creativity at its finest. University of Michigan, you keep going. Although not favoured for creativity, I think it is. I think that's bloody fantastic. The nickname has stuck with Frankie ever since. The 23-year-old student took herself to the hospital where she was given a prescription for antibiotics and unfortunately... Oh, Unfortunately. Don't worry, it's not that bad. That was all that was needed for third-degree burns. I walked into my lecture theatre after the weekend and there were banners and flyers with my face on, edited onto a zebra. At first it pissed me off, but it's hard not to laugh. You know, at least live up to it. You did it. You've been dealt a duff hand. Just live on. Even my tutor mates comment sometimes. Wow. Word gets around town. I'm just thankful I woke up when I did. It's safe to say she'll think again about taking a nap at a party next time. If you're going to party, okay, party responsibly. And if you're feeling tired, you got to make sure you give yourself a nice comfortable space. You got to give yourself some food to top up on the drinks. And you got to leave yourself something like a little bucket just in case, because you don't know what your limits are yet. You're in uni, okay? It's mental. Fucking mental, mate. So just calm down, have a sandwich, carry on. I love sandwiches. Please send me sandwiches. Story number 3. Meet the man who wants to become a disposable Kotox Maxi pad. You can't do that. You're not absorbable. You can't be doing that. It's a messy job. Pad gardener, as he calls himself. Pad. No, if anything, I'd call myself Maximus. Maxi pad. Come on, guys, it writes itself. As he calls himself, works at a movie theatre in Panama City, Florida. A former theatre major, he's a huge Twilight fan. Of course he is. And an ardent gay rights supporter. Next month, he's doing a walk across America to raise awareness for his favourite cause, teaching women to avoid toxic shock syndrome from tampons. That's his favourite. And at the start of 2013, Gardner made 4 resolutions. To get my legal first name changed to Pad. Check. To start preparing for life as a feminine pad. To set a world record for having the largest pad collection. To become a pink disposable feminine pad. You're not disposable, lad. You're a real person. Why? How? Risking ridicule, alienation and backlash, Gardner has been diligently reaching out across the myriad of social networks looking for friends to support him in his ultimate goal. To serve his purpose for 8 hours as an overnight pad. Okay, so I'm not like... Whatever you want to be, go and be. Do, that's fine. Sometimes it's weird, sometimes I can't comprehend. It's fine. Now that you've explained it a little bit, I kind of get it more. He says he can't talk to his co-workers for fear of harassment, and he hasn't spoken to any members of his family since July. Of which year? This year. But nothing has dissuaded him from pursuing his dreams of one night absorbing a woman's menstrual blood. I mean, we all got to start somewhere. We all have to have goals that people don't understand. He wants to be a pad. He's going to do it. With hard work and determination. Be like Pad. He fully supports women who use tampons and menstrual cups, whatever makes them feel more comfortable. But for himself, Gardner seems to have made up his mind about his long-term goal. He wants to become an overnight pad. After that, he'll spend the rest of his existence as a disposed pad, contemplating the joy he experienced at having fulfilled his ultimate purpose. So he's just gonna lie there as a pad. I keep trying to make up stuff here for him, but at least he's got a goal, he's working towards it, and after it, I mean, he's done what he wants to do. That's fantastic. I love it, mate. Keep doing what you're doing. I swear to God, I really hope this one's real. I do. Story number 4. Enraged wife stabs husband with ceramic squirrel because he didn't buy beer. Who has a ceramic squirrel that can be used as a knife? A 44-year-old woman allegedly beat and stabbed her husband with a ceramic squirrel on Christmas Eve. Of course it's Christmas Eve. Because she was furious he had returned home without beer. There's priorities, woman. Come on, it's Christmas Eve. Get a bit of Scrooge on with some turkey sandwiches. That's what you need. You don't need beer. Bit of eggnog. What do you want? Her 41-year-old husband had gone out to buy some beer. Oh, okay, right. See, if you're going out to buy specifically beer and you don't come back with beer, that's a bit shitty. I'd gone out to buy some beer late that evening, but due to the shops being shut for Christmas, okay, now it's back again. You know the shops are going to be shut on Christmas Eve, okay? Don't have a go at him just because you guys were late. Alright? Enraged by the lack of alcohol, Helen Ann Williams from South Carolina allegedly set upon her husband as he made a sandwich, my favourite food, hitting him over the head with a decorative object, then stabbing him in the chest. When the man managed to escape, he called 911 from a neighbour's home. The local sheriff's office said deputies found a man covered with blood when they arrived at the house in North Charleston in the early hours of Christmas Day. What a Christmas. What a gift. Miss William claimed the man had cut himself falling over. The liar! Little liar, what are you doing? But could not explain why her hands and clothes were also bloody. She was arrested and now is in jail, charged with criminal domestic violence. Her husband was treated for non-life-threatening injuries. Fantastic. Fantastic. No, it's just... I mean, I guess Christmas is a time for togetherness. And if you don't have that certain gel where you can't connect together, I mean, it's not a good gel, but I mean, it's a gel nonetheless. You know, things crumble, and you got to try and find priorities within your life that mean something to you. Okay? And don't keep any sharp objects near your mad wife, okay? Because she'll fuck you up. What happened this episode? Story number 1, that freaky goat Voldemort. There, you know who he is, okay? The Horcrux number 8. Story number 2, the burnt zebra of Michigan. Story number 3, Maxi Man, the Maxi Pad. And story number 4, Christmas is not a good time. I'm really worried about the Kotex Maxi Pad because you write fucked up shit. Excuse me. It's very Harry Potter based, so I reckon you might do that. But I think you might have found it to throw me off. Story number 2 or story number 3? Right, it's down to these 2. Story number 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. I'm going to say no, story number 2.
Which story is that?
That is the zebra one. Don't tell me it's the Maxi Pad one.
You're right.
Is it?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah! Bringing it back. He's in the lead. He's in the lead. This is the score at the moment. Ah. I am so happy. Okay, so thank you very much for watching this week's episode of What the Fuck. I hope you got the right story. I'm so glad. Pulled it back. Please like, share, subscribe. Really helps us out here at What Pictures. I've been Matt Lidster, as always, from What Pictures, and that's been the news. Bye-bye!